Welcome back, everybody, to the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here on MLB The Show 20. As today we continue the second season of our series, rounding out the month of August, continuing our potential push for a playoff run. Currently, we are in 3 games. We have a 3-game lead in the NL Central over the Milwaukee Brewers, who are currently the number 2 wild card behind the Giants, and it's a very close race. The Giants look like they're pretty good on that number 1 wild card spot, but the rest of the way, it's going to be close between us and Milwaukee for the division. A lot of teams fighting for those other wild card spots. So this next month or so is going to be big for this team as you take a look at the numbers. Obviously, we got some guys playing very well. Josh Bell is the consensus MVP choice. Mark Canha, who we got at the trade deadline, is putting up ridiculous numbers. Brian Reynolds, O'Neal Cruz having a great rookie year. Dylan Carlson having an even better rookie year. So the guys are all playing really well, hitting-wise, and the pitching-wise as well. Jameson Taillon, still the favorite for Cy Young. The rest of the rotation is doing pretty well. Mike Minor, we picked up at the trade deadline. He hasn't done anything great since being acquired by the team, but I guess he hasn't been awful. Jordan Yamamoto, his ERA is at 3.31. At the end of May, it was at like 6, so massive credit to him for really stepping his game up. Also, of course, we traded for Dellin Betances at the trade deadline. He is currently injured, so that's fun, and that trade might be a waste at this point, but it is what it is. And then the rest of the bullpen doing their thing. So I wanted to look at the minor league stats. We're going to play minor league games next episode, but I feel like it's been so long since we looked at numbers, and I did want to look at how the guys are doing. Of course, Benny Ling is putting up crazy numbers. He'll probably start next season off with the big leagues. Brian Hayes, I plan on starting with the major leagues as well. And then one of the outfielders, either Lazaro Armenteros or Travis Swaggerty, will also likely start with the majors. I realize I can't call everybody up, but I feel like Ling, Hayes, Armenteros, and Swaggerty are all ready for the big leagues next season. They're all playing really well, and I think they are all good enough. So we'll have some tough decisions to make next spring training. And then the pitching. Got a few talented players in here. The AAA rotation outside of Michael Gonzalez has been great this season. A few high potential players in Adonis Medina and Domingo Robles. Some other talented guys in the bullpen as well playing good baseball. Jace Fry, he's on track to probably get recalled up soon. Dovidas Neverauskas, Gordon Brito, they're all playing well too. And then looking at the AA squad, not as many top prospects. There's Liover Peguero, who's had a very rough season, currently hitting about .230. His potential's gone down. He's kind of regressing a little bit, so not what you want to see there. Sean Humber's a weird prospect. He has deep potential now, but I still have hope for him. And while he's not really going to progress, I think if I move him to... I think he's more fit to be a third baseman based on his arm strength and such, so we'll probably do that in the offseason. And then not a whole lot of top prospects on this lineup to begin with. Mickey Moniak, I guess. I mean, he's not even really a top prospect. And then pitching. Santiago Osuna is having a great year. He'll start next season up in AAA. Might call him up halfway through, but I'm thrilled with how our top draft pick last year has been playing. And then Quinn Priester, too. He's been great. He'll start next season in AAA. And then the back end of rotation got John Suzuki, who is quite bad. Then the bullpen, they're doing good. Leonard Iguchi, an A potential prospect, playing well. Procopio's doing well. Joel Cesar is doing well. So that's good to see as the Pirates heading out to Tampa Bay to take on the defending World Series champions. Yes, the Tampa Bay Rays won the World Series last year. Brandon Lau was the World Series MVP. He is also not on this roster. As you can see, he was traded to the San Diego Padres for Dinelson Lamet and Austin Hedges, which is pretty good value, if I do say so myself, for the Tampa Bay Rays. And then the Padres used Brandon Lau a week later to be traded to the Indians for Franmil Reyes. And we'll leave the show in a nutshell. So Yanni Chirinos is on the hill in this one for Tampa Bay, 10-8, 3.57 ERA. Solid season, nothing crazy. Good whip. You know, he's playing good baseball. But when you're playing Josh Bell, it's going to be a challenge. One out for Bell. That one goes into the left center gap over the fence for a home run. And Pittsburgh will make it a quick 2-0 lead. Bell's 44th home run of the year, was that? I don't even know. It's a big number. That's all I can say. 2 gone down for Bo Bichette. That would be a double. And now, just like that, the Pirates have a runner in scoring position. Going to try to extend their lead as it's Mark Canha. That ball is deep into right field, back at the track, at the wall, and it will be caught. Still a good inning for Pittsburgh as two come home to score. Joe Musgrove on the hill from the Pirates. He's having a nice year, 3.17 ERA, 1.22 whip, doing his thing. As the first batter of the game, Kevin Kiermaier, of all people, goes deep, and the Rays will cut the lead in half. Kiermaier, not known as a power hitter, that is his 18th of the year, but he's more known for what he can do with the glove. Here's Hunter Renfroe now, a few batters later, drawing a walk. Bases are loaded with 2 outs, and the Rays are going to capitalize. 2 runs score off of the single, and Tampa Bay will take a 3-2 lead. As we advance now to the second inning, Francisco Mejia, with nobody on and nobody out, he is shopping gap. That one would go off the wall for a triple. He's trying to leg it out, and the aggressive play would work. He's safe. So, not a lot of pitching so far in this game, as you can see. Both lineups are dominating. Here's O'Neal Cruz, weak grounder to second. Mejia does come home to score, and this game is going to be quickly tied up at 3. As here we are in the bottom of the second now. Finally, something productive for the pitchers. Down in the case, he's striking out. Next batter, Kevin Kiermaier. Simple grounder to short, however, a bobble on the play. That'll result in a base runner for the Pirates. 2 gone now. They are going to capitalize as a run will come home to score off of an RBI single. That'll make it 4-3. And then here is Nate Lowe, not related to Brandon Lau. Their names aren't even pronounced the same. That'll be a 2-run double for Lowe, and the Rays will now make it 6-3. No pitching in this game, as you can see. Here is Brian Reynolds now striking out. Josh Bell, 3-1 count. That one will be slided into left for a single. Are we going to have another inning of no defense, no pitching, and a lot of runs? Dylan Carlson, he's just a window shopper because he's just looking, and the Rays would get out of that one safely. There's James McCann, the catcher, striking out. Now on to the 4th. Francisco Mejia with the bat flip. If it's fair, it's gone. And it's not fair. It's foul. 2-2 pitch. Mejia strikes out. That's pretty anticlimactic. And both pitchers are starting to get onto a groove. Here's DJ LeMahieu, former Yankee, striking out. Brian Reynolds, full count here in the 5th with 2 outs. Here's a base hit. Maybe this is the spark the Pirates need. You know who's up next. Big boy Josh Bell. 1-2 pitch for Bell. And that one would be fielded by Josh Fuentes. Normally that's a base hit, but Fuentes makes an incredible throw from his butt. Take another look. Excellent defense. As we advance to the bottom of the 5th, score remains 6-3. There's a strikeout of Austin Meadows, the former Pirate. Hunter Renfroe now. He's going fishing. And he got nothing but bait there. As we go to the 6th, Peter Fairbanks is in for Tampa Bay. Yanni Chirinos' day is done. Past 3 innings for Chirinos. He was very solid. As here is Mark Canha. That'll be a wild pitch. And the runner is going to try to steal second, but he would be out. So the gutsy base running does not work from the Pirates, as there's a what should have been a single, but due to some stupid base running. Stupid from Donovan Casey. He's going to be out. I don't know what he was thinking. On to the 7th now. Diego Castillo in for the Rays. You probably remember that name from a Diamondback series last season if you were around for that. As Kevin Newman flies out. Good inning for Castillo. We go to the bottom of the frame. Joe Musgrove is still in, by the way. As here is DJ LeMahieu with 2 outs. That'll be a grounder. Play is made. And after a disastrous first 2 innings, most pitching coaches would take Musgrove out. He pitches 5 shutout innings after. Nick Anderson now in for Tampa Bay. 2 outs for the rookie Dylan Carlson. He gets a single into center field. Maybe this is the spark that the Pirates need. Bo Bichette, he would go down looking on the fastball as we go to the bottom of the 8th. All right, as Vizcaino is in for the Pirates. 1.95 ERA, really low whip. He's been great. As there is a single for Tampa Bay. Austin Meadows with the base hit. That one goes over the glove of Kevin Newman. However, the inning would end as there would be a strikeout, and we go to the 9th. Jose Alvarado in for the save. He's 30 for 35 on save ops this season. First batter of the inning, Mark Canha draws a walk. So maybe this is the spark that the Pirates will finally get. Full count now for O'Neal Cruz with 1 out. He draws a walk. The tie-in run is up, and it's Mitch Haniger who gets the start as the DH in this game. And it's a weak grounder to first. And it'll be a 3-6-2 double play for the win. as the Tampa Bay Rays will finish this one off 6-3. 6 runs, 9 hits for the Rays. Nice. So we had nothing but offense for first 2 innings, and then neither team scored after that. That is quite incredible. Definitely one of the more weirder games of baseball, if I do say so myself. But good to see Joe Musgrove really after that slow start gain some confidence back and finish the game well. As a few days later, Pirates taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Pittsburgh going for the sweep here, by the way. Currently leading the series 2-0. There's a look at both lineups for this game. 1-9 is on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals would be their ace, Jack Flaherty. 10-7, 3.83 ERA, 1.41 whip. So maybe that 2019 season was a fluke based on these numbers. So here's Josh Bell now, full count, 2 outs. He's doing what he does best, chugging drinks and hitting bombs. You know I wanted to use an alternative word for drinks, but YouTube, of course, as we know, would demonetize me. Here's Dylan Carlson now, the former member of the St. Louis Cardinals organization, going to keep the top of the first inning alive as he's going extra bases. Carlson with the doubles. You would see it was quite a big day for Dylan. Now here's Bo Bichette. Can he drive Dylan in? The answer is going to be no, as Bo Bichette flies out to right, would be caught. And we advance now to the bottom of the first. Mitch Keller on the hill for the Pirates. 7-10, 4.95 ERA, 1.47 whip. You know, he's played better this year. He's shown signs, but obviously still has a lot of work to do as he strikes out Colton Wong. Here's Tommy Edman now, the speedster. I thought he was going to be safe there for a second. Nice play by the Pittsburgh infield. And then the number 3 hitter, Paul Goldschmidt, currently second in home runs in the NL. He is still 10 behind Josh Bell, though, as he does strike out. On to the second now. Mitch Keller going to draw a walk. You don't want to walk the pitcher if you're Jack Flaherty. So 2 on, 2 outs for Kevin Newman, and he would fly out to center. So Mitch Keller getting walked means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things as we advance now to the bottom of the second. Here's Paul DeJong, the slugging shortstop. That one is lined into right field. Going to go for extra bases as DeJong will make it safely to second for a 1-out double. So now St. Louis has a runner in scoring position. Here's Matt Carpenter, weakly hit ball. Keller almost misses it. The play at first is safe. Carpenter is safe. The Cardinals are going to try to drive him in as Harrison Bader would strike out and then a line out to end the inning. So Pittsburgh gets out of the jam as we advance to the third. Josh Bell already gone yard once. Not going to go yard there, but he will get a single. Josh Bell trying to show off that he's not just a power hitter. He's a contact machine as well. Currently hitting .330, and look at that. Look at this graphic right here. The top 3 guys in the National League for batting average are all Pirates. Mark Canha, Brian Reynolds, and Josh Bell. You'll love to see it. There's Dylan Carlson striking out to end the third. On to the fourth now. Francisco Mejia with the disrespectful bat flip. Going deep and a right. Nearly 440 feet. That's his 19th home run of the season, and the Pittsburgh Pirates will make it a 2-0 lead. Here's Mark Canha. He's going to strike out on the knuckle curve. Nice pitch from Jack Flaherty. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, Paul DeJong striking out. Mitch Keller, 4 shutout innings, pitching some really good baseball. Jack Flaherty trying to show that he's still good old elite Jack Flaherty. He strikes out Brian Reynolds, and then 2-2 for Josh Bell. He would strike him out as well. As we advance to the bottom of the fifth for my blonde locks brethren, Harrison Bader, who goes deep into left center field. That one will go over the fence, and the St. Louis Cardinals would cut the lead in half, making it 2-1. His 12th home run of the season. And then here is the catcher, David Grulon. The next batter going to rip a single into right. So now the Cardinals are starting to get some base runners. Maybe this is the opportunity they need. Here's Jack Flaherty up. Pirates going to try to go for the double play. It doesn't work. Flaherty safe at first. Grulon safe at second. Now another double play opportunity. This time, Flaherty would be out at second, but the other runner would be safe at first. So runners on the corners, 1 out for Tommy Edman. That one would be weakly hit to right field. Colton Wong will retreat back to first. However, a run will score. That's David Grulon, and this game will be tied up at 2 apiece as we go to the sixth. Jesse Hahn now in for the Cardinals, 4.84 ERA. He's been solid. As here's Dylan Carlson, low fastball, and he absolutely rips that one into right. Goldschmidt unable to field it, and that'll be a no-out base hit. Now here's Bo Bichette. Grounds that one right to third. He bobbles it. However, the Cardinals would just barely turn a double play. Their infield is more chemistry than a science project. And then here's O'Neal Cruz, 2-2 pitch. He's going to look at that high heat, 3-2 pitch. He will lay it off, and that'll be a walk. That was like an 11-pitch at bat, too. So credit to O'Neal Cruz for really hanging in there. And then here is Francisco Mejia. He's gone yard once today. Why not make it another one? As Matt Vescursion would say, Santa Maria. And the Pirates will make it 4-2. Here's Trey Mancini. He's going to go down looking. Mitch Keller is cooking right now, cooking in the kitchen. As Ryan Helsley in for St. Louis. Kevin Newman with one out, going to rip a single into center. So now the Pirates have an opportunity to extend their lead, and they would do just that. Brian Reynolds goes deep into right field. Pittsburgh doubles their lead. It's now 6-2. His 16th home run of the season, but we're not done yet. Here's Dylan Carlson going to try to go Oppo-Popo, and that one will go over the fence. The left fielder unable to rob it, and now it is 7-2. The rookie with his 23rd home run of the season. Cardinals making a pitching change. Genesis Cabrera in, and he would finish the inning off strong. Michael Feliz now in for the Pirates. What happened to his ERA? It's down to 4s. He was an all-star. His ERA was at like 2. I don't know what happened. There's Kevin Kramer striking out. He can't hit for contact to save his life. Former Pirate, by the way. Cody Whitley now in for the Cardinals. His first batter is for rookie shortstop out of the Dominican Republic, O'Neal Cruz, who goes deep into right center field. His 19th home run of the season, and the Pirates will extend their lead even more. It's now 8-2. So here is Mitch Haniger, 3-1. That one will go into right for a single for the pinch hitter. And then here's Brian Reynolds. He would ground out to second, who makes the play at second. So the Haniger hit doesn't mean too much. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, Richard Rodriguez in, one of his first appearances since being recalled up after his stint in AAA. He's going to get a strikeout there. And we go to the 9th, Trevor Cahill now in, former one-time starter with a bunch of different teams. He was with the A's, the Diamondbacks, the Angels. He was everywhere. But he was at his peak in the early 2010s with the Oakland A's, as there is Josh Bell. Starting the inning off with a single, once again showing off the contact. Here's Dylan Carlson, full count, triple away from the cycle. He knows that's a ball, but it's worth a shot. He wants the cycle. He obviously wouldn't get it. But still a great day for Carlson, 3 for 5 with a single double and homer, as the Cardinals can only make the play at second there. So now runners on the corners, 2 outs for Francisco Mejia. Going to go for the hat trick. And that one just curves foul. That's unfortunate. Francisco Mejia already with 2 home runs in this game. Instead, it's going to be weakly hit to the pitcher. Trevor Cahill makes the play. Francisco Mejia has gotten robbed of 2 home runs because of foul territory in this episode, but he did get 2 more. As there is DeYoung striking out, Harrison Bader going to strike out, and this game is over. 8-2 win for the Pirates. They really smacked the St. Louis bullpen. Jack Flaherty didn't pitch too bad, but the bullpen did not play well. 6 of the Pirates' 8 runs came in one of the final 4 innings. Mitch Keller played well, 6 innings, 2 runs, and he will get the win, his 8th on the season. This team hit for power today. I mean, 2 home runs for Mejia, 1 for Bell, 1 for Reynolds, 1 for Carlson, 1 for Cruz. We were smacking balls out the park. That sounds weird out of context. Just go with it. So we would do a little bit of simulating, now up to the end of August, and we would sweep a series against the Cubs, now against the Brewers. This is a big one. Our last series of the year against Milwaukee at home, and we get swept. In the first game, we lose 6-9. So I guess that is kind of nice. And then at the end of the month, playing against the Mets, the worst team in the National League, and we are currently getting swept. That series is currently 2-0. We're going to try to avoid getting swept there at the end of next episode. Despite the sweep against Milwaukee, we're still winning the division, only by half a game, though. And if we were the second wild card, we'd be 2 games ahead of the Diamondbacks, who really look like the only other team there in the mix. So, want to take a quick look at the numbers. Mark Kahn is still hitting .341, and there's something ironic with the stats that I'll go over in just a second. But, I mean, for a 73 overall, I just want to take a look at these numbers. They're absurd. And then Josh Bell, I want to look at his. Obviously, he is the MVP favorite. We're also going to look at the minor league teams next episode. We're going to play their final games of the season. Neither of them are going to make the playoffs. The Altoona Curve, 64-70. The Indianapolis Indians are 60-74. So that's kind of sucks. The Indians were playing well, too, when we last checked on them. And as you can see, both teams are eliminated from playoff contention, so that is kind of rough. So the interesting stat thing that I mentioned earlier is that Josh Bell technically has the Triple Crown right now. He leads the NL in home runs by a mile. He leads the NL in RBIs by a mile. Heck, he could sit out the month of September and still lead the conference, or I guess the league, in home runs and RBIs. But batting average, his teammate, Mark Canha, is the only guy above him. Bell's hitting .331, Canha is hitting .341. But the thing is, Mark Canha spent the first 4 months with the Rangers in the American League. So technically, since he's only been in the NL for a month, technically, Josh Bell is for Triple Crown right now. I'm going to count that Josh Bell is for Triple Crown. Obviously, we still have a month to go, but if, let's say, Bell still is second or first in average, and the only person he'd be behind is Canha, then I would give it to Josh Bell. The only person who has a chance to catch him for batting average is Brian Reynolds, which is also ironic. So the only ones stopping Bell of getting the Triple Crown are his teammates. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, have a good one. Peace out.